Hello and happy Friday. I wish I could tell you that I was on my way home from work at 2:15, but I'm just now on my way to work. And I don't want to go at all because if you've been following, which one person has, and I appreciate you by one person, but if you haven't, if this is your first video that you're watching, I just have so much going on, basically. I'm still trying to hire someone for this business. It's opening in, 3 days now? Oh my gosh, but we're already on Google Live. So, like Google Maps, it's live on Google Maps and in the search. So, we're ready to go. The marketing comes out in one of the advertising books in 3 days. And we still don't have anyone to work for us. It's insane what we've gone through with this. So we had the one girl lined up. She went and cleaned my grandparents' house. I was told she didn't do a very good job, so I was like, alright, you gotta come and clean my house. I can see how you clean. Okay, no problem. And she says, I have to take my daughter to the doctor tomorrow. Her daughter's 19, but it was some cancer checkup. I get it. Okay. Whatever. She wanted to be late is what it was. Never heard from her till the next day. So the next day I say, alright, well, can you come today? And she says, well, can I let you know what my schedule's looking like today? I said, okay, whatever. You must, not really care too much because you're not jumping on it. But I was like, okay. So she says, yeah, can we do it tomorrow? I said, okay, no problem. I said, but I am starting to get worried that you're not going to show up. She's like, oh, you'll be there. You have my word. She never showed up. So then I was like, okay, her word means nothing, obviously. So I haven't talked to her since. I had already ordered her a t-shirt with her name on it. Anyway, thought she was going to be the one. So then we set up interviews. Wait, there was someone in between. No, there wasn't. We set up interviews. I have 6 interviews the other day on my day off, right before Christmas. Did I remember eyeliner? Yeah, I did. And guess how many people showed up to the interview? 2 out of 6. And one of the girls says, oh, I can only work after 5. Oh, was that so? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Get out of here. So then, after that, there was a man who I talked to, who apparently I had talked to him the first time around also, but he said at the time that he was looking for something full-time, and he didn't really want to start off slow. He just wanted the money. He wanted to get in there, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. I kind of disregarded him because he didn't want to do it. Well, he ended up calling again, and I talked to him, and he was all like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I want. This sounds great. And then I realized when I wrote down his phone number and his name, I make notes of everyone that I talked to, and I was like, wait a minute, that looks familiar. And I flipped back through my book, and I was like, I did. I talked to him, and he didn't want to do it before. Now he does. And I'm like, whatever, something changed. Now he wants to do it. Watching this guy on skates, it was distracting. Weird. Okay, so we set up the interview with him. No. Sorry. Okay, let's go back. The 6 people that had the interview. There was 2 that showed up. 1 was dismissed. So my boyfriend's like, well, we only have one choice, and we gotta hire someone. I didn't like the girl. I didn't have a good feeling about her. So I called her back, asked her when she could come and clean the house. She was like, oh, can I come tonight? And I was like, sure, yes, I love that you're ready to go. I love that. So, long story short, she never showed up. So the next morning, she messages me. Well, I had said the night before, like as a way of saying, like, where are you? I just said, hey, well, tomorrow will be better for you. And the next morning I had a message. She answered me at like 10 a.m. and said, yes. Yes. Oh, but you were supposed to be here at 7 o'clock last night, but you never said a word. Like, so, no, she was gone. So now we fast forward to the guy. Go to the interview. He comes in. He's great. He has this great personality. I mean, just like... I mean, obviously, like, he's a gay guy, and I'm not, like, bashing, because I loved it. You know how gay guys have, not all of them, I'm not stereotyping, but some of them who are outgoing have that, just, they make you want to smile when you're around them, and they're so funny, and just, like, so full of personality. Like, that's how this guy was. And I just loved him. I was like, oh my gosh, he's perfect. And my boyfriend was like, yeah, I like what he has to say. And his husband was waiting for him out in the car. So I said, when would you be able to come and clean? Right now. I can come right now. I need the money. I'm ready to go. So I said, all right, well, follow me to the house. And, sorry, I'm trying to watch traffic and talk. And there's a cop. So let me just put my phone down. I'm never going to get out of here. Oh, it's a volunteer. Police volunteer. Go. Go, 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 go. Hurry up. Trying to let me go. Thank you. But there's other cars. You're just blocking my way at this point. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, so we say follow us to the house. You can come and clean. We'll pay you. Want to see your work. Absolutely, I'm ready to go. And I had told him on the phone that we were going to do this if we liked him, which I tell everybody this. So he's like, all right. They're following us to the house. We are almost to the house. We go straight through a stop sign. They turn right. But there was a van between us, so I thought, oh, well, he thinks that we turned. So I sent him a message. I was like, oh, we went straight. You turned right. Here's my address. I sent him the address. And I get no response, so I try to call. Rings once, hangs up. I was like, he is hanging up on me. Oh, my God. So I called him a second time. Rings once, he hangs up. And I was like, I can't believe this. So I said, you know what? Maybe his phone's dead. Which, if his phone was dead, it wouldn't ring once. But I'm trying to give the guy some credit because he was so enthusiastic about this job. He was so excited. So I said, well, maybe his phone went dead. And he doesn't have a car charger or something. So, never heard from him again. Then I get calls. Oh, I don't have a car, but I can take the bus. As someone that didn't drive for, 7 years? 9 years? How long did I not drive? I don't even remember now. 7 years? 9 years? I think it was 7. It was 9. It was 9. Oh, God, I don't even remember right now. But anyway. I rode the bus. I know the bus system. To get to somewhere that was 15 minutes away took me 2 hours. No lie. And I don't know how you're going to be efficient in getting to jobs that way, especially when you're carrying a vacuum and a mop and supplies and all this jazz. Then I get people answering that don't speak English, which is fine. I would love for you to come and work for me if you're a hard worker. I don't care what you speak as long as you can understand me. But they don't speak a lick of English. And they say, call me. And it's like, how did you read my ad? It's clearly in English. And I wish I even went on Google Translate, wrote down what I wanted to, translate, it translates it to Spanish, and I copy and pasted it to people. It probably didn't translate right. Like, it was probably, all, how it doesn't translate exactly. But enough that they knew what I was talking about. I am trying everything, like, to try and find somebody. I don't care who you are. I don't care. I just want a hard worker with a car who wants to start off slow and, gotta start off slow to build a good thing. You can't just jump into things. So then my boyfriend keeps telling me to quit my job so I can do the cleaning. Well, he's not telling me. He says he'll support me either way. It's my choice, but he would like for me to do that so that he knows we have a hard worker that'll be there. And I'm like, actually last night at dinner, I said, I can't do that kind of work. That's too much. Too old, and I didn't tell him this part, but I can't have that kind of pressure on me, like, to show up to a house and know I have to clean it all. Like, I can't handle that kind of pressure with my anxiety. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to do the freaking, the estimates, like, to drive to the house and talk to them. I'm nervous about that, let alone, like, having to be the one to clean their house. I can't do that. I'm terrified. But I was like, I can't quit, and I can't quit my job. I need my job. That's my security. That's how I pay all my bills. I can't just not have a job. He's like, I understand that, but, and I was like, well, why don't you quit your job then? Just give up your security and you do it. He's like, well, what if we don't have a worker? And I said, I know that. And so I am so stressed, like, with this business, and then I have to go to work, and I'm supposed to have Sunday. Okay, I worked Christmas Eve. So I was telling my boyfriend, I worked Christmas Eve, I should get New Year's Eve off. We hadn't got the schedule yet. I just got the schedule today that ends tomorrow. So I didn't even know what I was working on Sunday until this afternoon. And I get a message from the area manager, and she says, oh, the other manager, the other assistant, she has a volleyball tournament on Sunday. Can I work? I was like, well, I'm able to work, but I have to do interviews. I have things to do Sunday. I was really hoping that I had it off. I'm so glad to see I have it off. She says it's a yes or no. And I said, well, I'm not saying no, but, like, I don't want to say no because then, you know, they do things like, oh, no one's going to cover your shift. When you want a day off, you're not going to get it. It's like game playing. So, I don't know. I ended up doing it. So now I work all weekend. And I'm upset about it because I said I didn't want to. But I didn't say no. Like, I should have just said no. But then everyone would have been like, oh, she doesn't cover shifts. She doesn't help out. So then no one would help me out. So, whatever. I don't even know what to do. So my boyfriend said, well, that's okay. I'll do the interviews myself. I don't want him doing the interviews. I want him to be there. I want us both to be there. Because we have to choose someone together. It has to be someone that we both like. And he said, at this point, as long as they have a heartbeat and they show up, you know, and I'm like, no, that's exactly why I don't want you to do it by yourself. You're going to hire someone that I don't even know. I don't know at this point, but needless to say, my anxiety is through the roof. I don't feel as comfortable going to work anymore as I did before I got that review. The review was so stupid. Basically, a guy came in with his girlfriend, and I was talking to her about, she said something about getting a women's checkup, and I said, oh, that sucks, that's not fun. And then something was, I don't even remember how it started, but it was just, we were talking about, like, you know, I said when I had my precancerous cells and I had to get a biopsy, when I had cervical cancer, and da-da-da. That's all I said. I went in depth into this in another video, so I'm not going to go in depth again, but he left me a review that said I was talking to his girlfriend about my vagina cancer, and it was disgusting. So the area manager gets back to me and says, this is not cool. And it was so blown out of context. for what it was. So now it sounds like I'm in there talking about like perverted stuff and disgusting stuff. And she's like, well, why would you even... She didn't say it this way, but she was like, you don't talk about things like that. That's not a guy-friendly conversation. Why would you blah, blah, blah? And it's like, I didn't think twice about it. Like, I didn't think it was disgusting. I don't know. So anyway, I just feel uncomfortable at work now. But that always happens if you give a bad haircut or you make somebody upset. You feel bad, you feel uncomfortable for a little while, but it does go away. So, whatever. It'll be out of my mind one day, but I think too much. That's why I have anxiety. That's what happens. I'm not having panic attacks. I was having panic attacks, like going to the... I didn't even have a panic attack. I had high anxiety. Let's say that. Going to the interviews and things like that, so my boyfriend would drive. He's been driving a lot. So I was kind of worried about going to work today, but I'm doing all right. Because I have you to talk to. I haven't stopped talking since I've been in the car, which is good. That's what I need. I need you to talk to. I'm very glad that you're here for me. So, basically, I just keep adding stress on myself. As the anxiety gets less, I put more stress on myself. But it's all going to pay off one day. It will pay off. I'll have dedicated workers. I'll be able to quit my job. Whoa, that was up close. My boyfriend and I will be able to stay home together. It's all going to pay off one day. But right now, sucks. Could be worse. I could have no job. I could be living in a gutter. At least I'm in the position that I am looking for someone to come work for a business that my boyfriend and I did create, So, I'm thankful. I'm very, very thankful. And I try not to complain too much about it because one day it will pay off. One day all this will pay off. It'll be worth it. But it is stressful in the meantime. And I can't help that it's stressful. I can't help but complain about it sometimes. And I'm not really complaining. I'm venting. I'm telling you what I'm going through. And I say this all the time. These videos are also for me, to document for me. Because, one day this business is going to be going. I'm going to be sitting on the yacht, I haven't had a panic attack and holy shiz. Holy cow. So, I'll be sitting on my yacht. I haven't had a panic attack in 3 years. Just gonna be chilling. And then I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me check those videos on YouTube. And I'm gonna see this video and be like, wow, remember how stressful that was? So, that's another reason why this is, that's why I said it's my journal. My anxiety journal. Not, a vlog. I don't even know exactly what that is. It's, a video log? Whatever. I'm not hip to the hip. I'm not that. I'm old school. Journals. Diaries. Is that what it is? It's my diary. Or my journal. Yeah, anxiety journal. I don't know. I haven't even looked at that in a while. So, it's for me, but I'm opening up my journal for you to read too. I'm sharing it with you. And I'm allowing you pages to write in to say things too. But, nobody has... Well, you have. One person has written a couple comments, but that's it. And I think I counted today. I think I'm at 85 videos or something like that. So I'm going to have to do something special for my 100th video. I don't know what. So, gosh, I'm almost at work. I don't want to, I don't want to go. I have so much to do. Getting the business on Google and advertising and hiring and trying to hire. Just so much I've been doing. my days off don't even feel like days off. But it's way better to be with my boyfriend, like sitting at McDonald's laughing and telling jokes than being at work. Doing haircuts and talking about my vagina. That's what I do. Disgusting things about my vagina, too. He said I was talking about my pap smear. No, I was talking about a biopsy. Maybe you should have paid attention. Pap smear is different. I'm also very open. I don't get offended by things. Here's the thing. Okay, I did talk about this in depth. I said I wasn't going to. But if you're offended, he wrote in there, I was talking to his girlfriend about it. Dude, maybe you should check your girlfriend then. Because she was talking to me about it. So, yeah. There goes 50% of the blame right there is on her. And then let's give you 30% of the blame for being a pansy and thinking that just because I've had cancer and talked about, all I said was, oh, well, when you go, if you have to have the biopsy, just be prepared because they told me it's going to feel like pressure. So, but it's not pressure. It hurts because they have to cut a piece to test it. That's not disgusting. I didn't say anything about like, oh, they have to go up inside of you. And the only thing I said anything about inside of me was I said that they had a video camera, which was pretty cool because they can put it in there and there's a monitor, so you can watch the monitor and see the whole procedure and see what they're doing. That's the most I said about in there. That's it. I didn't say anything else. So 30% is on you for being offended by something so simple. You're a pansy and get over it. So that leaves me with 20% of the blame, I guess, because I don't know who else to dish it out to. So I'll take a little bit of the blame because it did come out of my mouth. I didn't think it was anything wrong. Like I've said in the other video, if I said, oh, I had breast cancer and they had to go in and remove both of my breasts, but then I got a breast augmentation to, build them back up so that nobody knows, and they had to position my nipples back on there, and, I have artificial nipples so that they look real. Everyone will be like, oh my gosh, you went through so much, you're a survivor, that's great. That is wonderful. But because it's my cervix, it's disgusting. Okay. Now, mind you, there's a girl, too, that just had a baby, and she talks about breastfeeding, which is fine. I think breastfeeding is gross, but it's fine. Women talk about this all the time. There's a whole thing about freeing the nipple and being able to breastfeed in public and all this stuff. I don't want to eat dinner and see it, but I'm not going to, write a review or call you out or something like that, So, I hear men talking about this all the time. These are men with wives and families and sisters, oh yeah, my sister breastfed. They talk about nipples cracking and, all kinds of stuff. And I say what I said, and I'm offensive. Whatever. You have anxiety. You worry too much. You know what it's like when someone says something about you? Gosh. I really don't even think that I was wrong, but I'll take that 20%, whatever. Bring it on, 20%. It made me cry. When I was confronted about that, I went in the back room. I didn't make it to the back room. I went out to tell the other girls what happened. But in all fairness, everything makes me cry. I cry over everything. But when I went into the back room, or onto the cutting floor, there was no more clients in there. And I started telling them, and I just, couldn't even talk. I was crying so hard. I was so upset. But Then I went into the back and just like cried, and I had to skip my next turn for a haircut because I couldn't stop crying. And I just pulled up to work. So thank you once again for listening to me. I appreciate it. I really needed you today. Thank you for being here for me. And have a happy, safe, anxiety-free Friday. Bye-bye.